Have you ever felt like the world is just waiting for something more? A leader who truly understands, a reign that brings lasting peace, a hope that never fades? For thousands of years, people have yearned for a king like that. And over 2.5 millennia ago, a prophet named Isaiah gave us a glimpse of just such a king whose coming would change everything. Imagine a time of great darkness and uncertainty. The people of Judah were facing difficult times, surrounded by powerful enemies, their own leaders often falling short. It was into this world that the prophet Isaiah spoke words of incredible comfort and astonishing prediction. Words that echo down through history, still offering hope today. He said, "For to us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government will be on his shoulders. And he will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace." Wow, let's just unpack those titles for a moment, because each one tells us something profound about this coming king. First, Wonderful Counselor. Think of the best advice you have ever received, the kind that cuts through the confusion, illuminates the path forward, and brings clarity when everything felt muddled. This king wouldn't just offer good advice. He would be wonderful wisdom personified. He would understand our deepest struggles, our hidden anxieties, and he would have the perfect counsel for every situation, not just for individuals, but for nations, for the entire world. Imagine a leader who always knows the right thing to do, who never makes a mistake, and whose wisdom is truly extraordinary. Next, Mighty God. This isn't just a strong leader, a brave warrior. This is a title that points to something divine. It's a breathtaking claim, suggesting that this human child would also be God himself. Think about that power, not just political power, but the power to create, to heal, to transform. If this king is mighty God, then there is no problem too big for him, no enemy too strong, no brokenness too deep for him to mend. This isn't just a king who has strength. He is strength, divine, and invincible. Then, Everlasting Father. Now, this might seem a little confusing at first. We just talked about him being a child. But Everlasting Father speaks to his character. It describes a ruler who provides, protects, and loves with an eternal, unwavering care, like the best father figure imaginable, but without end. He wouldn't be a temporary leader who comes and goes. His love and provision would be constant, forever. He would be the ultimate source of security and belonging for his people, forever. And finally, Prince of Peace. In a world so often plagued by conflict, by division, by inner turmoil, this title shines like a beacon. This king wouldn't just bring temporary truces. He would be the source of true, lasting peace. Peace between nations, peace between people, and even peace within our own hearts. A peace that comes from justice, from righteousness, and from his very presence. He wouldn't just manage conflicts. He would eliminate the root causes, creating a kingdom where true shalom, true wholeness, reigns supreme. Isaiah didn't stop there. He went on to describe the nature of this king's reign. Of the greatness of his government and peace, there will be no end. He will reign on David's throne and over his kingdom, establishing and upholding it with justice and righteousness from that time on and forever. The zeal of the Lord Almighty will accomplish this. This isn't a kingdom that rises and falls like earthly empires. This is a kingdom with no end. It will be characterized by two fundamental pillars: justice and righteousness. Justice here means making things right, ensuring everyone is treated fairly, and that the oppressed are defended. Righteousness means living in accordance with God's perfect moral standards, upholding what is good and true. This king wouldn't just enforce laws, he would embody perfect justice and perfect righteousness. His reign would be founded on these principles, making it utterly stable and incorruptible. No corruption, no favoritism, no unfairness. Just perfect justice, perfectly applied forever. And how will this incredible, seemingly impossible kingdom come to be? Isaiah gives us the answer. The zeal of the Lord Almighty will accomplish this. This isn't just human effort. This is God's passionate, unwavering commitment to fulfill His promises. It's His divine energy, His burning desire to bring about this perfect reign. What God has promised, He will surely bring to pass. For Christians, these verses in Isaiah are a profound prophecy of Jesus Christ, born in a humble manger, yet declared mighty God, offering counsel that transforms lives, acting as an everlasting Father to those who trust Him, and bringing a peace that truly surpasses understanding. His kingdom, though not of this world in its earthly manifestation, began with His coming and continues to grow, promising a future reign of perfect justice, righteousness, and unending peace. So as we look at the world around us, remember the words of Isaiah. Remember the King who changes everything, a King whose government and peace will know no end, established with justice and righteousness forever. That is the hope, the promise, and the profound message of Isaiah 9:6-7. And it's a message that still rings true, offering a vision of the future that is both magnificent and deeply personal.